What's up guys, Petko here. Today, as I have already promised you, we're gonna do a deep dive on exactly what has happened to Shaman in the upcoming minor patch 11.05 in November, likely November. We're diving everything, talent rework, stats rework, new spells, new talents I guess, new rotation, new builds, everything that's coming next, I guess next couple of months, not really right now. Again, if you're playing the current season, from now until then, nothing has changed. I'm going to make a guide for the Shaman in the Season 1. By tomorrow, I believe, it's going to be out on YouTube. So nothing I say today will concern you in a short term. It will only concern you in the long term. Okay, so let me bring out all the news. You guys can see what's up. Again, there's a lot of things to cover, so I'm going to go slowly one by one to let you guys know what's up. Okay, so first I'm gonna begin with the LA only changes. So several talents have been repositioned. I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit exactly what has changed. There's some new talents, etc. So the most notable thing is, if you guys haven't already heard, Skybreaker Demise got completely nuked out. There is no more Skybreaker Demise. So not only this, but also Flash of Lightning does not exist anymore. I'm showing you out right now. If you guys remember, Flash of Lightning, it gave you CDR on your spells and your lightning nature spells by casting Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt. Unfortunately, right now that is no longer the case. It only is gonna give you damage on your Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, which is actually one of the big reasons why exactly this build was really good. You know, the Lightning build, because CDR was across the roof. You get back-to-back Elemental, and you pretty much had cooldowns every pack. That is gone. Gonzo, okay? So let's keep on talking. So, several other notable changes. New talent, Herald of the Storm. Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning cast to reduce cooldown of Storm Cube by 2 seconds. Okay, so here's the new talent, pretty much. Heroes of the Storm, and you have option between Fury of the Storm. I myself right now currently playing with Herald of the Storm because I believe the CDR that you're getting from that is pretty much giving you Chain Lightning every 30 seconds to 35 seconds, which is actually pretty big. In a comparison to this, you're summoning Elemental to fight on your side for like 12 seconds. So, I don't know. I'm not a very big fan of that. Too much, in my opinion, not as powerful. Hence why I've chosen myself Herald to the Storm. Several other changes to Ice Fury. I know you guys hate Ice Fury, but I gotta make sure you guys are aware that Ice Fury has been buffed. So now it's gonna be targeting 4 additional enemies and generating more Maelstrom. So not only did Ice Fury get a little bit buff on behalf of the damage, but it's now also gonna target 4 members. Is that gonna make us play Ice Fury in Lightning build? It is possible. I'm sorry to say it is possible. At this point, we're too early to know. I'm not completely sold on the idea of playing Ice Fury, but if it turns out to be really good, then I'll most likely play it myself. But we'll see. One more notable thing to go there before I continue is Earth Shatter. That gives us extra damage on Earthquake and Earth Shock, and also makes the stats that you receive from Elemental Blast to be buffed by 25%. New talent. This is actually going to be big. Charge Conduit. Increased duration of lightning rod by 4 seconds and its damage by 25. Now, a lot of people might underestimate this talent, but let me tell you, you are able to pretty much apply 4 to 5 lightning rods on targets, like on different enemies at the same time, like 4 in a pack, for example, which makes your light rod damage insanely high because it lasts longer right now. This is also going to improve your single target by quite a bit coming from Lightning Rod. So that's actually a big W change. Another change here coming from Ascendance. Ascendance got completely reworked. Right now it's something that can be played with both Lightning build and Fire build. So while Ascended, Elemental Overload damage is increased by 150%, and spells affected by your mastery, Elemental Overload cause 1 additional overload. So genuinely speaking right now, this is going to become extremely strong AoE talent, depending on the build you're playing. Currently, the build that I'm playing, I'm going to show you a little bit later, I found out to be the best out of all of the hours that I end up testing here. So I feel like inaction is quite unique, honestly, only visually, but the way it plays out. Also, the Flame Ascendance now is gonna be casting Flame Shock. Sorry, casting Flame Shock and 100% effectiveness lava burst at up to 6 enemies. So this actually doesn't work right now. I'm gonna show you like this. Look, if you just press the talent, right? It doesn't apply the Flame Shock up to 6 enemies, which right now is not supposed to work this way. But there's new visual. That's the new visual to Ascendance. Pretty shit, but yeah, I don't like as much. But that doesn't really matter. So that means Deity likely to not work as well. Because of this, this is gonna make us actually apply Flame Shock a lot easier depending on the procs you're getting. And before you guys tell me, whoa, we don't cast Lava Burst in AoE, how are we gonna be proccing DRE? Earth Shock, Alien Blast, Earthquake. That is what's giving us the DRE. Earth Shock, Alien Blast, Earthquake. So that's why you can play DRE and Ascendance with Lighting build. Quite unique, right? That's pretty much, like, I guess the biggest changes so far for LA. As new talent here called Erupting Lava, I don't really like it as much. I played around it. On a single target feels quite shit. On AoE it's even worse, so likely not gonna be played here unless tuned up. You know. Elementals got changed as well. So Fire Ale is now gonna be lasting for 20 seconds. Well, if you play this talent, it's gonna be 24 seconds. But Storm Ale got some changes too. Again, 20 to 24 seconds depending on the talent. And now it has a maximum of 4 stacks. But this time, instead of giving you only ability haste on Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, it gives you haste per stack. Haste is gonna improve every single ability of yours, including the global cooldown. So now you're gonna have like 16% haste pretty much throughout the whole elemental, which is again quite nerfed. It's 24 seconds instead of the usual 30, or even again I guess 36, depending if you have a talent or not. That's gonna be kind of a massive change here. The icon of Primordial Wave got also improved, but the effect stays pretty much the same. Nothing really major here has happened. I guess the Storm Frenzy got nerfed a little bit. I believe it gave you 40% reduced cast. Now it's only 30. So that's about it. I think that's pretty much for the most relevant changes that I've covered here. I might have missed something about it. If I did, then yeah, you guys can let me know. I can see Frost Shock damage increase. I didn't mention that. Mastery Elemental Overload now also increases the pet damage. That's actually pretty good, if I haven't already covered that. And by the way, for the sake of the Mastery, let me show you. Maybe some of you have not seen it, but here's the Mastery. Lightning Bolt, Tempest, Lava Burst, Chain Lightning. Casts have an X% of chance to trigger secondary cast, dealing 35% of number damage. Now, watch this. Boom. Echo Chamber is now going to give us 40% increase on your overload damage. Not 10, 40, which is huge, by the way. So that's why playing Echo Chamber and Mountains Will Fall actually is very good combo together. You know, I've tried, so that's pretty much for like massive changes. I can take a look once again later on and see if I have missed something. But again, I'm trying to go briefly and not really waste you guys an hour of your time. I believe that's the most important things that I have covered. Switching back to Fars here in Stormbringer also received some changes. Some good news, obviously. I'm gonna talk about first Stormbringer. The good news on Stormbringer is actually now we'll be getting a 3% permanent damage reduction, which is absolutely huge. I've been fighting for this for a long time, and I'm so happy to see that developers actually are listening to us. So 3% DR pretty much for the whole duration of your Lightning Shield, which is pretty much perma, is absolutely huge. I love the idea of it. Big kudos to the developers once again for making it happen. I'm fan of it. On the left side, you have a choice between Storm Swell, which is pretty much Mastery whenever you cast Tempest, or Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning to have a 50% chance to cause an additional Overload. Given the fact that you actually play Echo Chamber, and you're probably gonna play some high Mastery because of it, I'm choosing to go with Supercharge for now. Again, that's my taste. I don't know if it's correct or not. That's pretty much how I feel like. I don't think sims are out yet here, but that's about it. Arc Discharge, it's only currently giving us one chain lightning or one lightning bolt cast. That is not intended. Obviously, that's gonna get changed very soon. Currently, PTR gives you only one charge. It should give you two. Another new talent here, that's pretty much mobility. You can choose whether you're gonna get mobility when you cast Tempest or random mobility throughout, I guess, complete RNG, you know. It's your choice. That's pretty much the most important things here. For Stormbringer and Farseer, I believe there's some bug fixes. Elemental Blast from Ancestors now prioritize the most recent attacked enemy. Ancestors now prefer to chain lightning with target when you cast chain lightning to the target version of Earthquake. Ancestors now summon equipped with a historic Shaman set. Okay. And I think there was something else here that I've missed. Yeah, here we go. Routine communication now has a 5% chance to call Ancestor. It was 8% before. And routine communication now also triggers from Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Ice Fury, and Frost Shock, which is pretty much this one. Here we go. So before this talent, I believe it was only possible with Lava Burst to call an Ancestor. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was like Lava Burst, 8% chance to do it. Now it's Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Lava Burst, Ice Fury, and Frost Shock has a chance to call Ancestor, which is actually pretty good. They just pretty much want you to play Farseer with the Storm build too, which I tried both of them. I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the changes, guys. It's been a 10-minute talk. It's time to summarize and actually talk about business. What builds are actually looking better. I'll give my opinion. I'm going to showcase a bit of rotation in a bit. So be patient. Alright, so in terms of builds, I've tried today on stream for several hours, probably more than 10 builds together. So far, none of the Farseer builds are actually as good as the Stormbringer Mythic Plus. For single target, Farseer comes very close to Stormbringer. For AoE, Farseer is not even close to Stormbringer. So you're probably going to end up playing Stormbringer unless they obviously get more changes, which we will likely get more changes in the future. Yeah. So I tried to play first of all with Ecos. Ecos didn't really play well. I honestly dislike how Ecos played. It was kind of slow. The ramp up was there, which means for low keys this is actually going to be bad. For high keys maybe better, but so far I've decided not to play Ecos with the Great Sundering, which I know some of you hate, some of you love. Ice Fury currently, at least for me, was kind of bugged earlier. It was only casting in one target, and it says here you can cast up to 4 targets. So I would love to see that to be fixed on PTR, so we can actually, you know, once again start to test things out. To remind you again, Arc Discharge only gives you one Chain Lightning, one Lightning Bolt right now, and it does not give you, as it says here, 2. Okay. I tried also to play with Echo of the Elements, which is actually quite good, but because they nerf our CDR, you only get Elemental every 2.5 seconds. Sorry, 2.5 minutes. So this kind of felt a waste. I don't like playing this without my Elemental being up all the time. That was the whole idea, for Elemental to be up all the time, because you get CDR from Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, and also Skybreaker's Demise, which again got completely nuked out. So that's why I'm not playing Echo of the Elements. Instead, I'm deciding to play Ascendance, which gives me a major cooldown on top of the already started melee cooldown. DRE plus Preeminence, which means I get a haste during the DRE. And DRE gives me 6 Flame Shocks and more damage, because it makes my overloads do a lot more damage. As you can see, while Ascended, Elemental Overloads increased by 150% damage. So that's pretty much why I decided to play DRE with Preeminence, because of the haste. Once again, Ascendance currently does not work as intended. There are bugs. It does not apply 6 Flame Shocks, likely to be fixed very soon. One last thing, I decided to play, instead of the Thundering Ward, to play Searing Flames, because I did not have a shield. Perhaps Thundering Ward could be better when I have a shield, perhaps, but right now Searing Flames gives me an extra Maelstrom once I maintain my Flame Shocks. That is the only reason. I have still chosen to play P-Wave and Haze, because I believe in Season 1 your Haze values are going to be kind of low, so that's why additional Haze here would be quite good. Especially given the fact that Ascendance in theory now can apply 6 Flame Shocks, which is nice quality of life change. P-Wave can give you a lot of haste from it. So that's why I decided to play with it. And obviously if I play P-Wave, then it's natural to play Splintered Elements. And I can remove LMT, for example, and pick up anything else, which is completely fine. But I decided myself, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna try LMT 2. Which right now the damage from it is kind of low, but it still gives you a nice amount of, you know, sustained damage and also Flame Shock up. But because you don't play Magma Chamber, you might not really need it. So maybe you want to play something else, for example, like Echo of the Elements or even Primal Elementalist, which again, I don't think it's as worth because your CDR Elemental is not short, therefore the talent itself is not going to be as good. Maybe equals. That's about blabbing, guys. Too much talking. I know, I'm sorry, but I had to cover everything. Now I'm gonna show you an action and how actually this pick plays out in AoE, and I'll talk about that in single target. Keep in mind what you're gonna see right now, that this pick currently has a lot of bugs that diminish your damage. You should be doing more damage than this. Keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna first do my rotation. You can watch out on the bottom right. After that, I will slow down and explain why I have done X, Y, and Z. Let's begin. I'm playing with a high ping though, it's kinda shitty, but it's okay. Keep in mind that's 5 targets though. Playing with like 200 ping, so I could most definitely do better than that shit. So my apologies for doing the low damage, but next time I'll get it. That's pretty much it. I crunched a lot of casts here, which I'm not really happy about, but it's what it is. As you can see, I maintained pretty much 5 lightning conduits, which is kind of insane, you know. And like this, I can continue until forever. As you can see, look at my lightning rod damage. Look at that, 32% of my overall damage. As you can see, my Ascendance doesn't really cast the 6 flame shocks as being promised, and also I don't get double discharge as I've been promised. And that's pretty much my sustain here. I can go on forever and play this rotation, so I'm just gonna leave it for now, but that's pretty much what it can do. This is my breakdown here. Chain lightning first, lightning rod coming second, very close by the way. Earthquake, Tempest, Overloads, and Tempest itself, and yada yada yada. Now keep in mind, a lot of bugs here are diminishing the damage. You should be doing more than this. And also very important, I'm only 607 eye level. Not more, 607, which I believe by 11.5, you're gonna be like 630, maybe 625, you know. I don't know, I guess depends if you're gonna mitigate or not. So it's kind of variable. I have no embellishment as well. And most definitely have bad stats. I have versatility, which is gonna be, you know, not my best stat. My crit is pretty much low. I need more crit. Haste is okay, but crit is too low. Mastery is also too low. Feel like you wanna switch some verse for like mastery and crit. I don't have the luxury to craft or choose because this is PTR right now. And yeah, you're gonna probably end up doing a lot more damage if you actually have everything you need, you know. So that's pretty much about AoE. I still believe that's gonna be the build that I've chosen myself. I'll show you a bit of a single target if you guys wanna see it. It's actually playing a little bit different than I think is gonna be playing on the first couple of months of the season. And keep in mind, there are no sims yet. There is no, you know, right or wrong rotation. That's pretty much my gut feeling going forward. Once sims are out, obviously I'm gonna sim myself and see what's up, if I am actually doing correct stuff. But I have decided, I've tried several approaches. I only spammed lightning bolt and lava burst. I feel like right now you kind of want to rotate between lava burst and lightning bolt and play around SOP. So I'll show you right now. You guys can be the judge. Wow. So I'm sorry, but I completely fucked up my rotation. I'm just lagging so hard. 200 ms is terrible. I can't do shit. I'm cringing all of my spells right now. I've missed half of my procs, so it's pretty shit. But like, your single target is not really impressive, but at least you're able to have a different rotation than before. You're waiting between lava burst, lightning bolt, and keep in mind that I forgot that I'm not playing SOP, which it's totally my bad, but you should be playing Surge of Power right now. So yeah, I'm not playing Surge of Power, which is most definitely my mistake. Yeah, that's pretty much my, like, I can do a little bit better single target if I play SOP. But I just forgot about it. Whatever, doesn't matter. So that's my breakdown. Your lightning bolt should be a little bit more than it is right now. I'm pretty confident about it, so don't worry too much. Yeah, I think that's everything, chat. That's everything. I think I covered most of the things. Once again, this is not some kind of a guide or whatever. It's just my first thoughts after a day of trying stuff out. Perhaps if I spend more time testing things out, there could be some better alternation than this. But that's pretty much my, my first initial reaction from it. I'm pretty happy about the AoE changes. Single target seems to be interesting. Once again, a lot of bugs currently, so I can't really have a definitive answer. But it looks interesting, looks new. Most definitely it's gonna play different than what you're playing right now. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream, and don't forget, AoE Shaman guide coming out tomorrow, pretty much the same time as today, this video. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more info. Bye for now.